Hi everyone, it's Tammy. Welcome back. Today we're going to do a couple of page layouts in my back to school journal. I'm glad you're here with me today, and I hope you're creating with me. If not a back to school journal, just some kind of crafting. I hope that you're getting to do that today. My video's a little later because I had to do some housework earlier. That's no fun, but I'm at it now, and we're going to do a couple of layouts, like I said, in this little notebook journal that I'm doing as an homage to back to school. So let's get started. The first one I'm going to do is I want to work on this little cookie bag that I put in here, and I'm going to take it out while I work on it. It'll just make it easier. And then we're going to go back and do this little page after I get this done. So what I'm going to do is kind of create a collage on the front. For the inside, I have just a little card. It's an old index card divider. You can see it's pretty grubby, and I just stamped the word notes up at the top, and it's going to fit down in here so that you can journal on it. And I'm going to leave it in there because it makes a nice stiff surface for me to work on while I'm building my collage. So this page is going to be kind of dedicated to science, so I cut this out of the kit that I'm using, which is by My Porch Prints, and it just looks like, you know, science written on a chalkboard. So we're going to use that, and I want to use kind of a blue and green theme, if I can talk. So I've got this little scrap piece of paper that has some blue florals on it, and I've got some of this children's writing paper, and also some graph paper, since we're doing science. I've got some dictionary page. I've got a frog, and I've got this little floral sticker in the blue. So we're going to try to put all this together and just do collage on the front and see how that works out. So if I can figure out where I put my tear ruler, we will get started. I covered it up with the notebook. Okay, so I'm just going to take part of this off. Which side do I want? This one's got a little flux on it. And this one, we'll just use this side. Alright, so how do I want to lay this out? Okay, I'm going to share this. I just want to get kind of a background going on the page here. So I think I'm going to put that about there. I'm looking for my glue book. I'm highly unorganized today. I don't have that much sitting on my desk, but obviously I can't see things that are straight in front of me. All right. So put this on, and I'll just kind of tore it so I could still have room for my holes. And I'm not going to cover this bag entirely because I want to be able to tell, you know, what it's made out of. Alright, now let's put some of the blue. I think I'm going to go all the way to the top with that. Yeah. And I'm not gonna ink the individual pieces because I want them to be in the background. I don't want them to stand out per se. Alright, now let's do some dictionary. When I'm picking stuff to use for pages like this, just so you know my thought process, is I kind of decide what my focal point is going to be first and kind of work backwards from that. So, did that upside down. So, knowing that I wanted the frog, actually I'm going to put this closer to the top, as the focal point, the frog in the word science, then that kind of gave me the green color. And I usually try to do 2 colors. And so I thought green and blue would look nice since I'm using this graph paper and writing paper. And I'm just tearing these to fit. More or less. Okay. And then we're going to have, where's our science? Our science is going to go right across here, like this. And do I want it to be, I think I'm going to do it so it's another little pocket. So let's put a little notch in there. Somewhat in the middle. Now I am going to ink this because I want this to stand out as well as the frog and the flower. Again, I'm using scorched timber for this particular journal because I like the color with the digitals. Okay, I'm going to use our glitter glue for this and glue our little pocket on. And we're going to glue it right in between the 2 holes so it'll still fit in our journal. our notebook. And then our little frog and our little flower are going to go down here. So I'm thinking we need a label, another label or something to go there. And that may be where we can pull in another green element. So let me get my label box. Do I want a label? I think I do. Let me see if I have something in this little one that's green. This one that says book plates. That's way too big, but that would look really cute. Do I have a small one of those in green? Oh, I've got these botanical apothecary labels too, but they're going to be facing the wrong direction. There's green. I think it's wide enough. Yeah, I need that color, but I need a long one. Okay, so we're not gonna find anything in there. I like that one. I'm gonna save that one for another page, maybe. Throw it over in my little basket. It's a big long number. It's not really science. Let's keep that out for a second, and then I'm gonna pull my label box and see if I can find a green one. Excuse me when I get up and get it. It's on the bottom shelf behind me. I can't reach it from my chair. Okay, oops. I have dumped them. That'll be a TV project. Sorting them all back out. Do I have a long one in here? I may not. I must like the green ones. That one's brown. Nope. Don't want a brown. That one's black. That's a possibility. I could stamp in green. This one's green, but it's too thin, I believe. Yep. Here's a blue. Finding everything except what I want. And that's the case. Okay, let's do the black, or yeah, the black. And maybe stamp something in green. And then I may put these numbers down here. Okay, let's put the numbers down first. Oh, Tammy, that's not even remotely straight. There we go. All right, and then put the frog right there and the flowers. Alright, so let's stamp something on this. What do we want to stamp? Oh, I better put my pen in there. Okay. So we will stamp in peeled paint. And let's see if we can find I think that'll look good. Let's give it a test here on the glue book. Make sure we have all the black off. Can't pick it up. All right, so we're going to ink around that, and we're going to ink around the frog. kind of get around this little feet really well, because that was some pretty tough fussy cutting there to get around his toes. Okay, so let's glue that. So we want the label first. Then we want the flower next. I can get the back off. I think this one's a sticker. Try it with the pokey tool. If it's not, I'm not going to use it. That's not a pokey tool, that's a pencil. Yeah, I don't much care for these if they're just the on the, you know, shiny stuff, whatever you want to call that. Yeah, I don't think it's a sticker. All right, so let's find another blue flower option. These are $49 in market, die cuts. Yeah, I think that'll work. And I'm going to use art glitter glue to glue these down. Oops, let's turn this around so the stem will be hidden. Okay, now I'm going to ink around the whole thing since we have a completed page except for whatever's going in the pocket. Oops. Glue that down right quick. Okay, and then let's give it a couple of little splatter dots. With vintage photo. I don't want them as dark as scorched timber, so just kind of grunge it up, because you know, if it ain't grungy, it ain't worth it, right? All right, so there is our little pocket with the card, and we need to find something to put in there. We'll look for that in a minute. Now let's do the other side of the page. Put my Archival ink back in here. Okay. Now, for the other side, we have this page, which is out of a not a primer, but an actual school book. And I want to make a side pocket out of this scrapbook paper. And so I'm just going to kind of tear it off for the height and width, and then I'm going to back it to make it a little stronger. Because this is not a cardstock scrapbook paper, it's just a paper, scrapbook paper. So it needs to be strengthened to actually make a side tuck. So I'm just going to use a book page here. And glue it on there, and then we'll tear it again. Can you see me? I hope I was on screen. All I did was glue a piece of paper to my glue book. Now I'm going to rip this down again. So it's the first weekend of college football. Can you believe that? I'm just shocked. Seems like we just finished playing. I know there was a game on earlier that Florida State and Georgia Tech, I think. And I think they were in like Ireland or somewhere playing. What a trip for those guys, huh? About inked with the wrong one. But I guess they were hosting some kind of invitational tournament or something. Alright, so now this is going to be glued on like a side tuck. So I'm just going to glue it top, bottom, and the long edge. Now I could have also just left the paper as wide as it was and wrapped it around and made a tuck on both sides. But I didn't do that. I just needed on one. And I'm not worried. I know that's not straight, but that was, I didn't intend for it to not be, or I won't say that I intended for it to be crooked, but I don't care that it's crooked. I ripped it in such a way that I wasn't trying to line it up to make it straight, is what I'm not saying very successfully. Alright, so there is our pocket, or our side tuck. Now, for the journaling card that's going to go on the inside, I have this scrapbook. No, this is a digital, actually. And it's called something like Blue Ticking. And I can't remember off the top of my head whose digital it is. But I will look it up and list it in the description box in case you're interested in it. And I'm going to put somewhere. This is just a index card. And I'm going to put the blue on the solid side, and I'm going to leave the side that has the lines on it for writing. And I'm just going to glue it on here and then cut around it. I don't know why I'm having such difficulties explaining what I'm doing today, but obviously I am. And these cards have just a tad bit of a rounded corner. They came with a ring, on a ring, so that you could I guess, take notes or make yourself study cards or whatever, and they would all be together and you could flip through them or whatever you wanted to do. Boy, that's really crooked. I'm going to cut just a little bit of that off because that's too crooked even for me. There we go. Crooked's okay in certain circumstances when it's intentional, but not when it's not, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Do I want to put that hole? Yeah, I think I will. I better let it dry. I'm going to let it dry a little bit and then we'll put the hole in. Alright, and then I have this little piece of the kit that talks about a boy, a bat, and a ball. I see a boy, I see a bat, I see a ball, I see a dog, I see a boy. And I'm going to put this on here. So I'm going to glue it and trim it again. There we go. And then I have this number 5, which is a Tim Holtz number. And I have this little boy, and this little boy, I'm sure he's in more than one kit, but this particular one came out of his latest kit that has the leaners and the, you know, they're all made to lean or set or whatever on something. So this is out of that one. And I'm going to ink around the little boy, and then we're going to make him look like he's leaning on this number 5. I'm going to distress that number 5 as well. So I'm going to rough it up a little bit with my scissors. I have the Tim Holtz Distresser, which also works really well, but my scissors were sitting there. So then I'm going to bend it up a little bit, and then when we ink it, it will pick up those little folds and things I'm putting in it. So I'm going to go around the outside with the scorched timber. And then I'm going to ink the face of it with Vintage Photo. Pick up those little cracks. And I'm going to also do some little spickles. And then we're going to glue them down. And we'll do speckles over the whole thing once we get it all inked. Okay, now let's think around the whole card, and maybe we can poke our hole in the top too. I'm trying to decide if I want to poke that hole. I think I won't, because I think what I want to do is put a side tab on it, because it's going to be in that side pocket. I'm just scrunching up the card a little bit. This grunge that's on this page is authentic. It's real grunge, because this book is so old. Uh-oh, I do hear. Nothing. It's okay. So that will fit down in there. So let's find a tab. There are some tabs in the kit that I think I have laying over here to the side. So I've got this darker one. I've got the lighter one. Oh, I see. They're light on one side and dark on the other. So do we want the darker side? Or do we want the lighter side? I don't think I like either one of them. I think I just like it like that. Okay, do we need to put something here? Or is that okay? The best way for me to tell that is to put it back in the journal with the other page next to it. Oh, I do need to put some splatters on that, don't I? That looks way too clean. That's better. Okay, and then this is what goes on the other side. Alright, so that's what we have. Nope, I think I like it like that. Now we do need to find a little card or something to go in there. So if I find something really quick, then we will go with that. If not, then I will move on, and because I want to do another page, and then I'll come back to it. I don't think I have anything. I feel like it needs to be a color, and I don't think I have anything prepared. That could be a little tag. I'm going to hold that aside. That's too big, but I like the idea of the periodic table. Maybe we'll put that, since we're working on science. I'm going to hold that out too. Not for particularly right there, but it's a botany lesson. I can make a little tag out of that as well. So that's another option. Also have this. That says fall on it, but I could cover that up. It's gonna be too tall. So we need something short. But I could cut it. That's another option. Okay, I've got 3 options there, and I will decide what to do. Now, I want to jump over to the other page because I really want to get it done as well. So for this one, what we have is on the back side of this, I can't remember exactly what I was doing here. All right, so if you'll notice, the back sides of my flashcards are completely gone. If you sand the shiny side of your flashcard, you can actually sand the numbers and everything off. And so then that leaves you a matte surface that you can make nice and grungy, and then you've got your matte numbers on the other side. And what page was I working on this? I can't even remember what I was doing, folks. Okay. All right. I know I had... Oh, okay. Now I remember. Okay, so we're going to work on this side. This is going to be another little side tuck. And this is going to be for the garden side. And then or was this going to be... Sorry, I'm confusing myself as to what I was going to do. Okay, I think I was going to put this on, which is in paper from a book, and make like a little side tuck. Put her on here because I think she looks like a teacher. And then on this side, I was going to do a little collage. And then this is going to go back here. And this is going to be like a pocket to put this card in. And I think I was going to put this strip on there as well. Is that it? Oh, and I had this, which is, excuse me. I had that under there, I believe. Okay, I think that's it. Or did I have this just on here like this? That may have been it. I think that was it. And this was going to be my journal card. Excuse me if I get a drink. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so let's see if we can whip this one up. Actually, I think I have this on here. And I had just this down here with scissors. And just making it a little tuck. I have this little bird. Something like that. That's what we're going to go with anyway. So the first order of business is to glue down this dictionary page. And I think I'm going to put a strip. This is pretty tough dictionary page. It's not an old, I mean, it's an older dictionary, but it's not one that the pages are going to crack or anything like that. And the pages are pretty strong, so you're not going to have to worry too much about it tearing. But I do want to strengthen it just a little bit. And put the flat edge there. Alright, so we'll glue that. And then we'll glue this down. Okay, and then we're going to glue this little banner on here. went too far. I think I'll put this up here. I'm going to ink around this ticket. This is not an old ticket by any means, but I want that number to show. And then we're going to ink around a little school teacher here. I might want to put another, I think I'm going to double her up. She's just printed on regular copy paper. So I'll need her to be just a little stiffer. Again, I just used a piece of my glue book. Ink again. Get those edges where I didn't get them all the way. Yep, that's better. I'm going to put the glue on the tab so I can be sure that I'm not going over. And then I'm going to put this little bird on here. Okay, and then I'm going to put this. This is a French-English dictionary. And it has like a spiral bound, so when I tore it out, I left the little pieces on there, and I'm just going to glue it onto this background paper. I'm trying to decide which side I like best. This one, I think. And I'm going to put a backing on this. I probably should have done that before. I think I'm changing my mind. I think I'm going to use this instead. Actually, I think I may use both of them. Nope. I'm going to put the dictionary on this side. And I'm going to use the knife on the other side, I think. Need to work faster. So I'm not keeping you guys forever. Alright, so I will back that and find a focal point here. I don't know what yet. This is often how I work, is I will get to a certain point and then I will stop because I'm not sure what I want to use. Or it could be that I have to back something, I don't have the paper at hand, or I'm waiting for a scrap piece the right size, or, you know, several reasons. And so I'll leave it and then go on to work on the next thing. And at some point I'll go back and fix it. Oh, look, I already had a piece torn. I knew that I had a reason for that paper. I don't guess it matters either way. That's what happens sometimes too when you're trying to think of ideas ahead of time for videos and you just kind of get everything together, then you forget what the plan was, or I do. Like, why did I do that? Alright, so that's gonna go there, and we're gonna ink around this. That's gonna go there, and then we're gonna ink around these scissors, which are part of a page in the kit, and I just fussy cut around them. And I definitely need to find a little piece of card or something to make my little pocket, because those scissors are just printed on regular copy paper, so they're not gonna hold. They're not gonna be strong enough to hold that flashcard. So I could use another piece of this. Turn it that way. Double it up. Is it going to be wide enough? Yeah, I think it will. Oh, and for those of you that are wondering, I tore this with the back side of the regular tear ruler. What am I doing? I've never used that side before, but it makes kind of an interesting little tear. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that. Okay, so if we make our pocket, so let's glue the white flower down. And then glue the scissors. And then glue down the purple flower. On top. And then glue down the pocket. And hopefully when we get it down, our card will still fit in there. And then our card will go in here. This card will go in here. And then this girl will go here. The paper clip or a clip. On this page. Like that. All right, so focal point, something, something right there. And that little girl's cute, isn't she? Should we go with that? I like it. Let's go with it. I'm gonna ink it. And glue it down. Voila. All right, so there we go. And of course, you know, if I do anything else to this page right here, which I probably won't, you know, I might stamp some. You see what I'm trying to do? This is my vintage photo, and I'm trying to put the lid on. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I might do a little bit of stamping down here to tie it in, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So there is this layout. And then here is the other one we did, minus what we're going to put in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys back on Tuesday for Nothing But Neutrals. Until then, take care. Bye.